Hey everyone, this is Sebi from Valorant Central. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Now today we have something pretty special. It's going to be the first ever Valorant patch notes. Now I'm sure we're going to get a lot of these in the future, but today we're going to go into these and cover the details that it talks about. So just a note before we get into that, what I enjoyed about these patch notes, if you want to check them out for yourselves, is they not only list the changes that are going to be made, but also the reasons why they decided on what they did. So it gives people some assurance that they actually thought into what they're doing and they're not just blindly making changes here and there. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy what you see. We post videos like this nearly every day covering everything you need to know about Valorant. So the first big thing in this patch notes is a nerf to Raze. So her signature ability, Paint Shells, which is the bomb that explodes, was heavily nerfed. So not only has it been reduced to one paint shell now, but instead of having a cooldown timer that starts right when it's used, it will only reset once you get 2 kills. So as most of you know, Raze was known as a pretty OP character, so by changing this it adds more of a skill aspect to her instead of just relying on the paint shells, which I know many people were doing. Surprisingly, there were no changes to the strength of her ultimate ability, which is the rocket launcher called Showstopper. However, a lot of her abilities, including the ultimate, have gotten audio fixes, so they're much easier to hear when the fight gets kind of hectic and you might not realize that she's using them. The second big change involves a Sage slow orb that now does more of a slowing effect when B-hopping through them. So a big trend that was going on was when Sage uses her slow orb, you could B-hop through it to avoid the slowing effect. But now what they've done is they added a slowing effect when you're in the air, so that even if you're B-hopping, you are still slowed by the Sage orb. They also added the option to walk silently through it, so now there's 2 options to get through it. You still have the advantage to B-hopping, which means you will go faster, just not as fast as before. However, now if you shift or crouch through the slow orb, you can also go through it silently, so you can choose which option is better depending on the circumstance of the game. The last big change that we saw with these patch notes is that melee damage now does double to structures such as Sage's wall. The reason this was done was so in early rounds when people are ecoing, they don't have great weapons to shoot through the walls to destroy them. You can melee through the barrier to break it, so it just adds more practicality in earlier rounds. There were also some smaller fixes such as some map exploits being fixed, as well as the orb on split being moved to B main. They also made it so Cypher's camera can no longer interact with weapons. As you know, there was a glitch where you could drop a weapon into his camera and then shoot through it. It was pretty OP, so they fixed it pretty quickly. There was also just some more general bug fixes and minimap bugs where you couldn't see the audio footsteps on your minimap. That pretty much covers everything from these first patch notes in Valorant. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to drop it a like if you did. Also subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all things Valorant. That's about it for this video, and thanks for watching.